Buying a home in Alabama is like SEC football. You better know the playbook before kickoff. Today, I'm handing you the exact questions that keep my clients from fumbling thousands of dollars. Let's walk through the 6-part question list that turns house hunting into a no-stress drive down I-65. First up, let's talk about money and financing. Have I secured pre-approval and not just pre-qualification? And verify the loan types that are available here in Alabama. Does my lender require a termite bond or a flood zone insurance? How much money is typical in the local market here in Birmingham? And when is that earnest money non-refundable? What will closing costs run? The next set of questions are property condition and systems. When was the last termite inspection? And is the bond transferable? The age and service records of the big systems, the roof, HVAC system, heat, any electrical updates or plumbing updates. Is the house on sewer? If on septic, when was the last time the septic tank was pumped? Are there any signs of water intrusion? And if so, what happened? Here in the Birmingham area, we do sit on red clay. So that's a great question to ask, especially if you're looking at a basement home. What are the utility bills? The average utility bills, especially in the summer and in the wintertime, so that you can budget for these utility bills. Have any major improvements been made on the property? And if so, was the work permitted by the county? Next set of questions talk about Alabama's specific legal and disclosure. Because Alabama is a caveat emptor state, what inspections should I ask for? And if you've watched my previous videos, you know what caveat emptor means, but if you haven't, caveat emptor means buyer beware. Alabama is a non-disclosure state, so it's up to you as the buyer to do your due diligence and have the inspections until you are satisfied with the property. Is there a recorded easement or a shared driveway? Are property lines clear? Is there a fence? Are there easements or encroachments on the property? It's for a survey if the seller has a current survey on the property. Does the contract give me clear due diligence period? And what is that due diligence period? And when can you walk away and still get your earnest money back? What items convey in Alabama? What is the definition of fixtures? And I'm going to give you a quick tip. So fixtures are typically an item that has been installed in the property. Your lights, your ceiling fans, your mirrors, your wall mounts, those are typical fixtures, or even built-in bookcases. The next set of questions you need to ask is about the neighborhood and if it's a lifestyle fit for you. How long is your commute going to be to work? We all know there's going to be high traffic periods. A shower in the morning, rush hour in the evening, that's going to add to your drive time. What are the local covenants and how do I get a hold of the local covenants? Can I have an RV? What about a fence? What type of fence can I have? Can I have chickens? That's coming up quite a lot lately. What's the crime rate in the area? Did you know you can contact the local police department or you can search online for the crime rates of a specific location? And here's another great question to ask is, how strong is the cell service and the Wi-Fi? We have a lot of people that are working from home now, so that's going to be important to those future homeowners. Next set of questions is offer strategy and contract milestones. You need to be asking, what are the recent comps or comparable sales in the area and in the neighborhood? And you want to know how fast homes are selling. We call that days on the market. Should I include an escalation clause or an appraisal gap? Which repairs am I willing to accept versus the repairs I want the seller to make? Do I understand each contract deadline? We have many deadlines that are in our Alabama contracts, and you need to understand what each deadline is so that you don't risk your earnest money by missing a deadline. The last set of questions are about closing and moving in. Do I get a clear title to the property? What about the HOA documents? And will there be any liens on the property when I purchase it? When will I get the keys? I'm ready to move in. Who handles utilities setup? And if I do, where do I find out which utility companies to call? Can I get a home warranty? And what does the home warranties provide? So all these questions are valid questions, and you need to keep a running list so that you know exactly what to ask your real estate agent when you start touring homes and looking at different areas, and when you start writing offers and then getting contracts to closing. Your realtor is going to guide you through the entire process. Are you ready to tour homes now with a checklist in hand? I'm Dianna Howell, and I'm a local realtor right here in Birmingham. Let's make sure your next move feels like coming home. Click on the link below in the description to download a printable PDF for your Alabama buyer checklist.